Have you ever witnessed nature's rarest, most mind-blowing moments? Imagine snowboarding under a total solar eclipse or seeing a cloud waterfall spill over a mountain like an avalanche from another world. These are the kinds of breathtaking phenomena that make you question everything you thought you knew about the natural world. Stay with us, because you won't want to miss the jaw-dropping finale as we reveal some of the most extraordinary one-in-a-billion miracles ever captured on camera. Haikou City, the bustling heart of Hainan Province in China, is home to over 2 million people. On August 21, 2022, this vibrant city was treated to a breathtaking spectacle that got everyone talking: a so-called rainbow cloud. The internet buzzed with excitement, with some skeptics dismissing it as fake or even attributing it to extraterrestrial activity. But there's a fascinating natural phenomenon behind this visual marvel. Meet the Pileus cloud, or as it's affectionately known, the scarf cloud. These elegant, crown-like formations often grace the tops of dense, towering clouds during strong updrafts from thunderstorms. Think of it as one cloud borrowing a scarf from another. The real magic lies in the vibrant colors, created by a phenomenon called cloud iridescence. When sunlight interacts with tiny water droplets and ice crystals in the cloud, it scatters the light in a whimsical and scattered display, unlike the neat bands of a traditional rainbow. Such moments remind us of the extraordinary beauty our atmosphere can offer. On March 20th, 2015, a breathtaking celestial event unfolded in one of the most remote and icy regions of the planet, Svalbard, a Norwegian archipelago in the Arctic Ocean. It was the day of a total solar eclipse, and one man, Steen Orland, embarked on an extraordinary mission to capture it in a way no one had ever seen before. Steen, a snowboarder and amateur filmmaker, made his way up a glacier with a clear purpose: to snowboard under the shadow of the moon. Armed with his camera and snowboard, he braved the Arctic chill, determined to document this rare cosmic event from a vantage point unlike any other.
Now the eclipse has just started, but you can't see it yet because it's so bright, so it's gonna be about an hour, then it's gonna be totally dark. Now it's about 10 minutes left until a total eclipse. Still, it's super bright. Now it's only 3 minutes left until total eclipse. What a fantastic day!
Oh my, pardon my French, ladies and gentlemen. Holy sh**. Aye, this is the craziest thing I have absolutely ever seen. Oh my god!
A total solar eclipse on Svalbard. This is the craziest thing I've seen in my entire life.
The 2015 eclipse was an extraordinary spectacle, visible from select locations such as the Faroe Islands and the peaks of Svalbard. Total solar eclipses occur when the moon perfectly aligns between the Earth and the Sun, temporarily casting a shadow on parts of the Earth. While eclipses happen somewhere on Earth every 18 months, experiencing one in the same location is a phenomenon that occurs only once in hundreds of years. What makes these events so remarkable is the illusion created by perspective. The Sun, despite being 400 times larger than the Moon, is also 400 times farther away, allowing them to appear nearly identical in size from Earth. As the moment of totality approached, the Arctic skies began to darken. The Sun's light dimmed, and then, in a dramatic instant, the Moon's shadow completely enveloped the glacier. Steen captured this fleeting moment as he descended the snowy slopes, snowboarding beneath a sky illuminated by the sun's corona, the outermost layer of its atmosphere. visible only during an eclipse. Leilani Estates is a small community on Hawaii's Big Island. It sits in the shadow of Mount Kilauea, the most active of the Hawaiian volcanoes. In fact, Kilauea is among the most active volcanoes on Earth. In May of 2018, Kilauea erupted, sending lava spewing into Leilani Estates. A total of 24 fissures opened up when Kilauea erupted in the East Rift Zone. Of them, 14 spewed lava within the local community. In some areas, lava shot as high as 330 feet and moved at 76 meters per hour.
I know it's gonna pop, that's why I came to this next pole.
Imagine standing by and watching lava consume your car. In hindsight, losing their car was the least of this person's worries. Lava from Kilauea destroyed over 700 homes. It wiped out farms, schools, roads, water systems, and part of the electrical grid. As you can imagine, tourism tanked after Hawaii Volcanoes National Park had to close for safety. The eruption began on May 3rd and lasted until early August. After 3 months of inactivity, the eruption was declared over in December. In that time, lava had covered about 13.7 square miles of land. It also created about 875 acres of new land in the ocean. Early recovery estimates were around $800 million. Water, in all its forms, never ceases to amaze us. On a chilly day in Quebec, Canada in May 2016, a remarkable sight unfolded along the shores of a thawing lake. Locals gathered, captivated by a mesmerizing spectacle. Millions of delicate ice needles grinding and tumbling over one another, creating a sound that can only be described as nature's quiet symphony. This incredible phenomenon occurs as warming temperatures break apart a solid ice sheet into countless glass-like shards. These tiny fragments are set adrift by wind and water, eventually rolling ashore in a hypnotic, cascading dance. But did you know needle ice isn't confined to lakes alone? It can also grow directly from the ground under specific conditions. When the soil temperature stays just above freezing, while the air drops below, groundwater creeps up to the surface. As it meets the freezing air, the water instantly solidifies into thin, fragile spires of ice. These icy needles often appear overnight. In Yichuan, China, a group of hikers witnessed a breathtaking phenomenon, cloud waterfalls. This rare event is like nature's own magic show, where clouds tumble down mountainsides, looking like a cascading waterfall of mist. But what exactly causes this stunning sight? Meteorologists explain that cloud waterfalls occur when, after heavy rain or snow, moist air lingers in the atmosphere. This moisture causes clouds to gather and spill over mountain slopes. The cooler, dense air builds up on plateaus, and when it reaches a tipping point, gravity pulls it over the edge, sending the clouds cascading down. These clouds flow like waterfalls, creating a scene so unique, it's almost impossible to predict when or where it will happen. For those lucky enough to witness it, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. In the Blora Regency of Central Java, Indonesia, something truly extraordinary happened on August 27, 2020. The Kasano mud volcano erupted, sending shockwaves through the area. This volcanic site, a part of a popular geological tourism spot, sits in a landscape of swamps and grasslands. While the area attracts explorers, no one could have anticipated the fury that would soon unfold. Locals reported feeling the ground tremble beneath their feet, much like an earthquake, just moments before the volcano burst to life. And when it erupted, it wasn't just a small event, it was massive. Giant columns of hot, thick mud shot nearly 100 feet into the air. The eruption lasted for just 10 minutes, but the impact was felt for hours.
Ngordo lagi.
But it wasn't just mud that made this event so dangerous. The volcano also released toxic gases that could have serious consequences. Nearby, 4 farmers and a buffalo were caught in the eruption. They began feeling dizzy and weak from the toxic fumes, and within moments, they all lost consciousness. Thankfully, they all made full recoveries in the hospital, though the buffalo wasn't as lucky. Villagers who lived through the eruption recall the foul sulfur smell lingering for hours afterward, a harsh reminder of the raw power of nature. What caused this? The gases released were mostly methane and carbon dioxide, highly toxic and dangerous. The ground around the volcano is rich in microorganisms that feed on hydrogen sulfide. When it mixes with the surrounding rocks, it creates sulfuric acid, which breaks down the rocks into wet clay mud. This process also produces the characteristic rotten egg smell that's so strong, it stays in the air for hours. On the night of May 19th, 2024, something extraordinary illuminated the sky above Spain and Portugal. A comet fragment, a small piece of cosmic debris, blazed across the heavens, leaving a stunning trail behind. Among the onlookers was Sophia. Armed with her phone, she filmed the mesmerizing comet as it streaked across the sky, capturing the moment for herself and the world to see. As the fiery trail lit up the darkness, Sophia couldn't help but marvel at how something so small could create such a magnificent spectacle. So, what exactly was this cosmic visitor? Likely a fragment of a comet. It measured just 1 meter in size, but weighed between 500 and 1,000 kilograms. Traveling at an incredible speed of 45 kilometers per second, about 162,000 kilometers per hour, it burned up high above the Atlantic Ocean, about 60 kilometers from the Earth's surface. But how does the light from a comet reach us? A comet is essentially a giant icy rock that orbits the sun. When a comet gets close to the sun, the heat causes it to release gases and dust, creating a glowing halo or coma around the nucleus. This glowing tail, made of ionized gas and particles, reflects sunlight, which is what gives a comet its brilliant glow. The light we see from Earth is actually sunlight reflecting off the particles in the comet's tail. And depending on the size and speed of the comet, it can create an incredible light show as it burns up in Earth's atmosphere. For those lucky enough to witness it, like Sophia, this brief but awe-inspiring event was a reminder of the boundless wonders that exist in the universe. Imagine living on a small island and witnessing one of nature's wildest tricks. In February 2019, residents of Malta, a serene Mediterranean island, experienced something extraordinary. It was raining fish. As a powerful storm swept across the island, winds roaring at over 60 miles per hour created massive waves that did the unthinkable. Fish were launched from the sea and flung into coastal towns, landing on roads and sidewalks.
So this is what you're seeing in front of me right now. One of the fish farms must have broke open, and there's hundreds and hundreds of fish being washed ashore. And these people are here picking up the fish from the middle of the street. Look at this. Unbelievable. Whoa. As you can see, the sea is coming up all the way into the street, and these men are just totally soaking wet, trying to pick up fish from the street.
Locals couldn't believe their eyes as the streets turned into unexpected seafood markets. Braving the wind and saltwater spray, people hurried to collect the fish scattered across the ground. Warnings from authorities about the safety of the fish didn't deter everyone. Free fish? For some, it was worth the risk. But this surreal moment had a darker side. The storm caused millions of dollars in damage to infrastructure and triggered over 450 emergency calls. Yet, against all odds, no serious injuries were reported. It was a day Malta will never forget, where the line between nature's chaos and generosity blurred, leaving stories of raining fish for the history books.